women and children are afraid to move out of their homes for water.
Who is it they're shooting? What are you talking about?
Running Deer couldn't even kill a deer to feed his starving family. Indians have to go hungry. But these trophy hunters, they come in here and do as they damn please and kill all the deer they want.
All right. The question is, what are we going to do about it?
Let's run them out.
I think we should take some cameras and go down and take some pictures of them and their call girls in the nude and turn them into the newspaper.
Better than that. Better than that. Let's send them to their wives.
All right. Besides, they've got a right to hunt on Indian land.
Yeah.
That's what the law students were trying to tell you before. That's no longer Indian land. That's part of the reservation that they've been quietly terminating for our own good.
Not to me, it isn't.
What is that supposed to mean?
I never voted for termination. Did anybody in this room ever vote for termination?
No!
Do you know of any tribal member who knowingly voted for termination?
No!
Then to me, they're still illegally on Indian land, and this tribal council has the authority to arrest them and drive them out.
What do you mean, arrest them? Who's going to do it?
I will, the tribal police, or anyone in this room who's man enough to go with me. Or tell me something. Are you afraid to stand up to the white man even when he's shooting at your wives and your children?
Me and my rifle can be any place you say within half an hour.
All right.
Yeah, but they're calling this the International Symposium on the Law and the American Indians' Legal Rights. And let me tell you guys something. The real purpose of this is to make it look like everybody's stealing from the Indians.
Oh, come on, Posner. I've handled dozens of land sales of Indians, and even I don't know what termination is. Do you?
Look, these radical Indians are taking payoffs on all sides.
Who cares? As long as they don't terminate my lease. I've only got 92 more years for it to run.
Well, you sure as hell better hope that conference never takes place, because if it does, we're all in for a lot of surprises.
Drop your guns.
You sentence our brother Running Deer to jail for killing a deer to feed his starving children. And yet you dare to come here and do this? What do you call this sport?
I was wrong. I'll correct that injustice to the Indian.
Well, tell me, just how are you going to do that? He's already spent 10 days rotting in your lousy jail like a caged animal.
I'll give Running Deer a job, a good job. More money than he could possibly earn.
Because he's an Indian? And you got one pay scale for your whites and one for your Indians?
Oh, come on now. Don't be childish.
All of you. You are all illegally trespassing on Indian land, and you are all going to be tried by us. Here and now.
If this is a tribal decision, where's Yellow Hawk and Little Bear?
Probably back home sucking up your spit.
Billy, I'm Lieutenant Governor Barnes. This is George Shipley. He's the president of Stonehurst Mining Company.
This isn't Indian land. After it was terminated, we purchased a leasehold on it. My company holds the rights to it, and these men are here as my guests.
How many days after the president signed that termination bill did your company get your leasehold?
Oh, I can't remember.
I don't see that has any bearing.
How many days?
The day after termination was signed.
And how much money did you just happen to contribute to the secret campaign fund?
$125,000.
What'd you say your name was?
My name is George Shipley. I'm president of the Stonehurst Mining Company.
You know, Shipley, I think I'll just kill you right where you stand.
We've made a terrible mistake, and you've got the upper hand for now. Take advantage of it, and all you'll do is fan the flames of hatred higher. And then later on, all of us here, somehow, we'll get even. Trying us isn't going to solve anything.
Blue Elk, Rolling Thunder. I know we don't think much of each other, but we're realists. Now what the Lieutenant Governor has to say is true. You may feel good now, but you're going to suffer later.
All right. We'll not try you now. We'll just take a good, clean picture of each and every one of you for future reference.
Okay, you heard him. I want 2 lines here. Women to the front, men to the rear. And I want all the men in to take off them hats. Now, come on.
Oh, you've really gone too far this time, Billy. You're making a terrible mistake photographing those men.
You know, the last time one of you Posners uttered that lousy cliche, one of you got killed. Now tell me, don't you ever learn?
You people back there, that means you too. Let's go.
And I'll swear to God, you're really going to pay for this one.
Take that hat off. I'm talking to you.
Dean, how much more is going to have to happen before you can get those kids to pull back on those exposés? Taking pictures of those people just infuriated them. It made matters much worse.
I know that, Carl. But I can't tell the kids on one hand I have complete confidence that they can govern themselves, and then on the other hand take it away when there's an important decision to be made. Either you decide to trust them on the vital decisions or you don't. It's simple as that.
Yes, but you can speak out, can't you? I mean, get up and present your point of view.
I don't see why you can't argue against something you think is bad or destructive, as long as the kids have the right to vote it down if they don't agree with you.
Yeah, I know, but oftentimes kids have a tendency to hero worship. And I just think if Billy or I got up and argued a point, some of these kids would just blindly follow because they identify with us so much. And I'm sorry, I just don't think that's fair.
And what you're saying, then, is that when you get right down to it, you don't really believe they're adult enough to make their own decisions.
Grandfather, I would be honored if you would teach me how to pierce the veil and go to that other world and make my own inward journey to find my own center. I would be honored, Grandfather, if you would teach me the way.
There are many enemies in this world waiting to destroy you. If you are to survive, you will have to find peace in yourself first.
That is why I want to make the inward journey.
The inward journey is dangerous, filled with terrifying evil. There are many demons of great power. It takes much wisdom to learn that they are of your own making. And first, you must learn to see your own shadow.
How will I learn to see my shadow, Grandfather?
Many cannot survive the dangerous inward journey. But if you do, in time you will come face to face with your own shadow. Then you will know what I mean.
I think I see it, Grandfather. Yes, I see it clearly now.
What color is it?
Dolkish. Blue. Dolkish. Bright blue.
That is a spirit looking to see if you are worthy. It takes many forms.
Where did it go?
When you can tell me where the flame comes from, I will tell you where it goes when it goes out.